So how do these numbers compute? Ian Pryor joins us. He's a Republican strategist, and he's in our Washington newsroom right now. So, Ian, all the brainiacs, they got the calculators out, they got the abacuses, they're tinkering with IBM's Watson to try to tinker with these numbers. The Trump people say he's got it in the bag. He's going to reach 1237. Others say there is no way the convention is going to be contested and brokered. What do you think?
Well, I think the truth is somewhere in between those 2 points. Obviously, Trump had a great night tonight. You know, winning Florida, the 99 delegates there, North Carolina, Illinois, Missouri is still out. But the one place where if he had won, it may have been a sure thing is Ohio, where Kasich comes out with 66 votes. But as we get into more winner-take-all states, I believe 64% of the remaining delegates come from winner-take-all states. And the map gets favorable for Donald Trump in some of those states. You start next week with Arizona. Then you have Delaware, Maryland, and New Jersey, all winner-take-all states where Donald Trump is well-positioned to win. Where he could run into some problems is in some of the other winner-take-all states in the middle of the country. That's sort of been Trump's weakness, right? Ted Cruz won Texas, he won Oklahoma, he won Kansas. Nebraska is a winner-take-all state, South Dakota, Montana. That could be an area where Trump may not get the delegates that he needs. But if he's able to sort of get some of those, maybe 1 or 2 of those states in the middle of the country, he really could be well on his way to 1237 before the convention.
So how does he pick these off? When he gets to New York, there's been some polls showing him leading in his own, home state of New York. What is the strategy for the Trump campaign going forward now to try to corral as many delegates as they possibly can in their corner?
Well, I think over the next several primaries, Trump's going to probably have a good chance to rattle off maybe 8 wins in 9 states, whether it's Arizona and then you go to Wisconsin. We'll see how the Scott Walker connection plays there. But then on April 19th and April 26th, those are the Northeast states, right? That's New York on April 19th, and then you get to April 26th, it's Connecticut, it's Delaware, it's Rhode Island. It's Maryland. Those are all states that Trump should play well in. So if he continues to gather momentum, then he can continue to get the earned media, which is driving his campaign. And hopefully for him, that'll help drive his numbers up and drive his image up in some of these other states where he really needs to compete hard, like a Nebraska, like a Montana, like a South Dakota going forward.
And also going forward for the first time will be absent Marco Rubio. Do you think that his absence from this campaign, does it help John Kasich more, or does it help Ted Cruz?
It's tough to say where those votes are going to go. I think one thing's clear is it doesn't necessarily hurt Donald Trump, because ultimately the vote against Trump is going to be split still between Cruz and Kasich. So when he goes into these winner-take-all states, he's going to be able to take all the delegates, really only winning a plurality, which is what he's been winning so far. But that plurality is going to go a lot further in these big states. So it's unclear where Rubio's vote goes, but I don't think it's as simple as it all goes to Cruz or it all goes to Kasich. I think a good portion will be split amongst those 2 candidates, and I think you'll see some of it go to Trump as well.
Yeah, and you got a lot of winner-take-all states, as you mentioned, coming up. So now it's going to get even more interesting. Ian Pryor, thank you so much for that analysis.
Thanks a lot.
Of course.
All about the map.